Bryant, nice to see you. I'm really happy that you are here with us. I want to ask you first about your new life in Kaunas. After 1 year in Italy, you went to Lithuania. How are the things there?
I was actually really surprised at how easy it is to adjust to living there so far. The weather has been great. It hasn't been too cold yet, so that's good.
Didn't see that coming, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It hasn't been too cold yet. There's a lot of nice places to go, restaurants and things like this, and there's a nice area to walk around, and there's a lot of things for kids too, so it's really good.
What are the goals for Zalgiris this year, this season? You started with a big win against Barcelona, so what are your goals?
I mean, we don't want to look too far ahead. Obviously, you say you want to win the championship. That's the main goal for, I think, every team.
Sure.
But we have to take it game by game, just try and get better every day, work together as a team, and slowly build our game like that, and hopefully it'll lead to a lot of wins.
How does it feel to play in Zalgiris Arena? We see that it's a great stadium, the atmosphere there is fantastic, but how does it feel to play as a Zalgiris player?
Yeah, now it's like you never get tired. You play and you have unlimited energy, so that's great, and it intimidates the other team a little bit, so that's cool. But yeah, the fans are amazing, and they cheer the whole game. They give you encouragement when you're struggling throughout the game, and it's normal, but they help you get over that hump.
Do you have any personal goals now that you are at Zalgiris? And also, I want to ask you, how is your cooperation with Mr. Andrea Dekeri until now?
Well, our cooperation is very good. He made it very clear what he wants me to do for the team. I understand my role, and you know, I'm trying to continue to work and get better as a player and also as a leader. And I forgot the first part of the question.
No, do you have any personal goals now that you are at Zalgiris?
Personal goals, I mean, just get better and help my teammates to grow. We got some young guys on the team. We also have some guys who, you know, this is their first year in EuroLeague, so just help them to prove themselves and help us get wins.
When you are in a team and they got some, you know, young centers, do you feel like that you are a father on the court and you have to learn them how to play, how to move on the court, because you are the blockmaster here in Europe, so, and you are a veteran too.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to be annoying, because you know. I feel like coach does a good job of you know, correcting people's mistakes and stuff, and I don't want to make too much pressure on people, you know. So,
understand.
but if I do see something and coach doesn't say it, I'll pull somebody aside and tell them, like during practice or something, or maybe even in the game, if I see something like, I'll try to tell them during the timeout or when they get subbed out,
like a second coach,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, just to give them some encouragement and maybe help them not make the same mistakes in a row, you know.
So, you are now in Greece, in Athens. How do you feel when you come back to the Prince of Friendship Stadium?
I mean, every time I come back here, it's always special, you know. A lot of good memories here. Also some tough ones, but definitely a special place in my heart playing in Prince of Friendship Stadium.
Olympiacos got a lot stronger this summer. What impressions does the team roster leave on you?
They're very talented, man. Very talented, and they have a good core group. A lot of the same guys, so you know, they know how to play together already, and the new guys just kind of got to fit in and just go with the culture that they have here. They play hard-nosed basketball. They're physical. They share the ball, and this is something that's been a staple for them for many years. That's why they've been successful.
So, and I want to ask you, what do you remember from your 2 years at Olympiacos? Some stories or something that you can't forget?
Well, I mean, one of the biggest memories is Príndεζη hitting the three-point shot to send us to the Final Four. That was one.
Against Barcelona.
Yeah, against Barcelona. I still see it. I can still see the pass. And then, you know, it was kind of like, it's kind of funny how like basketball like imitates like the past. Like you can see it again. Like like when Jordan and the Bulls were playing against the Suns, and they pass it inside and they pay him outside. I guess it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But that was one of the biggest memories from that year.
That's nice. And also you have worked with Coach Bjartzokas. What do you remember from him?
Very intense coach, players coach, of course.
Same guy.
Yeah, he's really good with the players. I think he allows players to play their games. at the same time, he adds his part into the court. I do remember his antics on the side, and he told us before. He said, "I know I'm on the side. I'm going crazy. I'm swearing. I'm doing all these things." And he said, "I'm trying to work on it. Just don't look at the bench." So he warned us before. But that was something that I saw that was unique to him. Yeah.
That's really nice. Also, you have worked with Coach Αταμάν now that he is here in Athens with Panathinaikos. Last year, he said that he's going to win the EuroLeague, and he did. I think he is the first one that he's saying something like this, and he achieved that. Was he always so confident and had the same mentality since you were there?
Yeah, he said the same thing in FS.
Really?
He said we're the best team in Europe from the first day that he came to the team. Maybe it wasn't because he came in the middle of the season. The following year when he got his players in and it was his team, he said we're the best team in Europe. And then we shocked everybody. We went to the Final Four. We went to the championship. We lost, obviously, to CSKA, but he said it's okay. We'll win the next one. We'll win the next one, and then we did. So
back to back too.
Yeah. He's a prophet, man.
So how can you describe with 3 words Coach Αταμάν and Coach Μπαρτζώκας?
Man. So Μπαρτζώκας, 3 words. Players coach is not 3 words.
Okay, go for more.
Okay, let me see. He's understanding. At least this is how I know him. I don't know. I don't know if he's still the same way.
About your experience?
Yeah, my experience. He was understanding. He was passionate. And what was another word? He's prepared. Like we prepared for every game.
That's really good.
Yeah, we were really prepared for every game. Αταμάν, 3 words. He was. He was. How do you say it?
You can describe it.
He's smart.
Okay.
But like regarding his players, so like he knows how to push players' buttons to get them to play the right way.
Okay, fair enough.
You know? And that's very good. So he's that. He's also demanding because he knows what you can do and what you can bring to the team. And if you fall short of that, he's like, why is it not there? You know, like
you can do better.
Yeah, it should be there. Like you're this player, you know. And the winner. He's just a winner. Like he doesn't accept anything less than winning. So that's a good 3 things.
Okay, and before we change subject, I want to ask you something about 2 old teammates, Vasilis Spanoulis and Príndεζη. The last 2 years, Olympiacos retired their jerseys. Can you tell me a few words about each other, and or maybe one story that you remember from them?
So Príndεζη, he was more of like a guy that kept the locker room like light. You know, when everybody has like so much pressure on them, and I came to the team when they just won back to back, so there was a lot of pressure to three-peat and all this stuff, and you know the fans were expecting to continue winning. And Yorgos did a good job of like keeping the locker room light and making guys laugh, and he worked extremely hard, but it just seemed everything was like easy for him.
He looks like a party guy, right?
Yeah, but you can't deny how much he works. He's the first guy. If there's a rebound, he's gonna go get it. If somebody's running down court, he's the first one to chase after him. Like he's. I remember that was one of the things I said I need to model my game after, because when the ball changes possessions, he sprints down the court and he gets so many easy layups like that. And I was like, if I could do that, I could probably steal like four points a game, you know. But I never did. But still.
But you tried.
Yeah, I tried. I admired it. So there. And Spinulli is also. He was just a competitor, man. Everything, and you can see it like even in practice when like let's say his team would lose in practice, you can see in his face. He might not say anything, but he's pissed off, and he wants to win.
He's talking with his eyes, right?
Yeah, you can see. I love that about him, and I watch him work, and you would think somebody at his at the level that he was at, that he wouldn't be as you know, paying attention to details and doing all these things, but he was in the gym, he was at practice, he was in the weight room, like everything he did was 100%, and I was really lucky to be a part of his team.
Do you think that the coach position suits him?
Yeah, I think so. I've actually Francisco on our team.
Yeah, I know.
Now he's
they work together.
Yeah, so they were working together, and he said nothing but great things about Spinelli. He's like, I loved him as a coach. He you know.
That's amazing. Yeah. So I want to ask you about something you said a couple of days ago on St. Larkin's podcast. Mm-hmm. You said that when you were in FS, you had an accident with your leg. What happened exactly?
I got frostbite from a cryotherapy chamber or whatever we were in. I don't know if it was just a bad reaction or if it was a faulty machine, but either way, I was the one that suffered from that. But after, you know, going to Germany, rehabbing and all these things, I came back like 6 months, I think it was after, and then COVID happened and canceled the season. But it was a crazy time. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I had faith in God and believed in that I could work my way back. You know. Did
you have any thoughts that your career might stop or your life could change with that?
I thought maybe my career would be it would go down after that because I didn't know how I was going to react to everything. But I had faith, like I said, and I felt like it wasn't as serious as the doctors initially said it was going to be.
Okay, you were more terrified, right, after what happened. It wasn't that bad, but you were terrified for something.
Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere in me, I just believed that it was going to be okay, you know. So.
At least you were right at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And also, I want to ask you about a really good friend of you. I mean, Costas Lucas. As people may not know, he's your good father, right?
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, did you expect what happened last year to go a move from Olympiacos to Panathinaikos, and also if you thought he can do something like this to change teams and win everything on the first year?
He had an amazing year. Obviously, that decision was very controversial. A lot of people, you know, were like, "Why would he do that?" or they didn't understand it. But for him, it was a personal choice, and you know, he worked and he proved that he still belongs in that spotlight. You know, I guess he didn't appreciate the role that he had in Olympiacos, so he tried to find a place that he can play his full game, and with Αταμάν he did. So, I mean, you can't really say too much when he won everything, but you know, let's see how it continues to go. You know.
So, and I want to ask you about your personal life. I want to ask you if you are thinking of moving to Greece after your career ends. What's your future plans? We know that you can still play on the highest level in EuroLeague, but what are you thinking about your next move?
I mean, I don't really know. I kind of just take it year by year. Right now, I'm in Zalgiris, and I'll do my best to try and win them a championship. And after that, I'll decide what to do next. But you know, obviously, I'm older, so I have to like be realistic about things. Also, I have a family that I don't want to move around place to place. I don't want to be in another country next year, like, you know, or just different teams and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see at the end of the season, then see how my body feels, see how my mind is, and go from there.
Does Greece suit you well, or you're thinking about going back to the US?
No, Greece is for sure. I mean, I live in New York, and it's really hectic. It's a lot of, you know, a lot of people, crazy things going on there, tourists and everything. But that's home, you know. So it's tough. It's a tough decision to make, but I think I'll be in Greece for the long term.
Okay, thank you very much, Brian.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I wish you the best.
Thanks a lot, man.